Early on I said that there are really only two types of walking systems. There's parallel system and cross system. And I said that there are 2 ways to enter cross system. That is not correct. There are actually 3 ways to enter cross system. So I want to show you those 2, or remind you of what those 2 ideas are to getting into cross system. Item number 1 is known as step, half step, and that's this idea. We're going to go step, half step, and then step slightly astride. Yes? And then I can continue to walk on 3 tracks, or to engage lazy ochos, or an inside snake walk or an outside snake walk. It does not matter. The other method is known as weight change step, and that means that I'm going to ask Anna to lift up this leg, and the only way that we're going to change her weight and not my own, very important, is I need to rotate my torso just a little bit, and her leg drops. And as a result, that means her left is now free, and that means I can step into into the free space. This is known as weight change step. There is another method to getting into cross system, and this is known as the cross behind method. What? It's this idea. So we want to go walk, 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 cross behind, and walk. Yes? One more time. So we're going to go walk, walk, cross behind, cross system. Yes? Otra vez. So we're going to go walk, walk, cross behind, and step into the free space. This is the 3rd entry point to cross system. So you're going to ask yourself, why do this? Well, from a leading perspective, it's flashy. I wish there were a much more egalitarian or useful or utilitarian way of talking about this. It's flashy. Why not use that method constantly? And the reason is facility. Again, facility. This has nothing to do with being flashy. It has everything to do with options and opportunities and facility. The first of these 2 methods is step, half step, and weight change step. You need to be as facile with those 2 as you possibly can. I know what's going to happen though. Watching the cross behind method, you're going to say, I want to do that the whole time. Yeah, it's flashy, but it has a couple of built-in flaws to it. All right, so you're going to ask yourself, Miles, there are 3 entry points to getting into cross system. How many exit points, or how many ways can you exit from cross system? Well, in fact, there are 3 ways of getting out of cross system. Huh? Yeah. The first of them is what you might think. Let's assume for the moment that we are in cross system. And that means that I'm walking on 3 tracks, and I've already changed her weight, not my own. So in order to get out of that, I want to do what's known as, if I got into it with step, half step, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to do step, half step to get out of it. Which means, boom, step, half step, there's my step, here's my half step, and I want to step into the free space. Otra vez. So changing her weight again, just so that we can get into cross system. That's weight change step. So that's step, yes, half step, and now step into the free space. How hard was that? It's a miracle. All right. So the next method of getting into or getting out of cross system is known as an inverse half step. What? What's an inverse half step? Well, fortunately for you, I have a whole video on this stuff. So we're only going to talk about this at the 50,000 foot view. So go watch the whole video on the inverse half step, because it's kind of sort of important. There's a lot more detail that I go into there. However, you'll see the step, half step, which is the important part, or actually you won't see the half step part. So that part is obscured. This half step right here is obscured. Now I'm going to walk on 3 tracks. So where's the inverse part? The inverse part is here, because now I've completely inverted the half step. So that is the inverse half step. There's one more method to exiting cross system, and that's weight change step at the pause. You've already done this already. We've already done it, so I don't need to show it to you. So when you hear a musical pause, and if you don't know what a musical pause is, I would suggest that you go look at your music exercises and go study the 5 pause types. But when you hear a musical pause, engage a weight change step. That is the 3rd exit point to getting out of cross system. What do I mean by that? So let's assume for the moment that I'm in cross system, yes, and I'm walking on 3 tracks. I hear a pause, I weight change step, and then boom, just like that, it's a miracle. All right, having said that, that is the 6 ways of walking. Thank you to Anna for her time and her immeasurable patience in hearing me put up with this stuff. Oh my God. When I say the woman's a saint, believe me. Thank you for your time and your patronage, and I look forward to seeing you and you in class. Bye! Dun, 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 dun.